Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.
You know what they say. Something's got to give. It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see two teams, each riding a 3-game win streak, as it'll be the Washington Redskins taking on the New York Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. From up top, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He finds an opening past the 40. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and that'll bring up second down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well, look now at our starting defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 13-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence. When in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Warren, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's a solid opening drive, and nothing fancy there at the end, just pounded in.
That felt like old school football, didn't it? All right, down at the goal line, and not only were they able to punch it in, as you just emphasized, they did it against a goal line defense that's stacked to stop the run. So if you're on that offensive side of the ball, you feel great about yourself right now. You're actually able to dominate a group that expected you to run the ball and still punched it in.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. On first down, Rodgers. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The numbers for Evans a week ago: 8 catches, 134 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy, and he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. It got his man complete.
Holding offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Cousins. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
This is McCaffrey. $19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Kirk Cousins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. This for his running back, McCoy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, it's McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's McCoy. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Tremont Williams there to break that one up.
Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
Here's Thomas. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins, escaping the pressure right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw, Cousins. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Cousins now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Cousins. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Cousins now. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny, when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He finds McCoy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Rodgers going to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Seibert's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. And it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his target. That's more. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Rush in.
Out of his shotgun, it's McCoy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Howard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So out now come the Redskins. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Rodgers now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, pick your game up.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a set.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. From the 38, Cousins. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this is caught by Evans. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Yeah! 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw again. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, Rodgers. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they take a knee. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about him taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter, Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, hey, they finish a
EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.